of meat, I tend to go for fattier meats. And then I might have some vegetables on the side, or I might add some cheese or some cream or whatever else.
Right, right. Yeah, that sounds yummy. One thing that I had to get, when you say butter with the eggs, it's like, oh, butter, because
Yeah.
I came from that low fat for so
Yes.
long.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do know it's healthy for you, and I try not to restrict my fat, but I still have a little bit tiny of a phobia of it.
Yeah. And it takes everyone time to get over that phobia because it was so drilled into us. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, they have proven that cholesterol that you take in from food has nothing to do with the cholesterol that's in your body. In fact, you actually need cholesterol in your body to help all of these processes that you really need to happen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just something that was sort of miscommunicated, and we all grabbed onto it, and da 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 da. Da.
Right. And I think that there's something with verbiage too. When you say the word fat, then you think fat. So I think that's all in our brains too. Now, do some people have you've had good results? Have you heard of other amazing results with keto? And
Oh
does it work
yes,
for
yes.
everyone?
Well, I think it goes. It depends on your tolerance for going against the grain,
Hmm.
because so much of the food that is out there is very high in carbohydrates, and it takes some time because basically on keto what you want to do is food as natural and real nutrient dense foods and fewer processed foods. Well, processed foods are easy, right? They're ready made, you can take with
Yeah.
them. It is sometimes a little bit of a challenge to manage airplanes, if you get a meal on an airplane, restaurants, that sort of thing. But here's the main thing about keto is that it keeps your insulin balanced.
Right.
And that does so much good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of the things that make
Doesn't
it
get,
work.
yeah, because it's not getting spiked up and then goes
Right.
down and then, yeah, like a roller
Right.
coaster.
Yeah. So if you can find the mixture that works for you, and again, that takes a little time and experimentation because, you know, it's almost like the Whole30. You have to eliminate a number of things and then slowly reintroduce foods so that you can figure out, okay, what's causing all this inflammation in my body that is making my joints hurt?
Yeah.
And does this affect me or not? There are a lot of people who cannot do dairy. They have this lactose intolerance or a slight sensitivity to it. I know that I can do dairy, but I can only have like 2 servings. Like I put milk in my or cream in my tea, and then I can have 1 serving of cheese later in the day if I want to.
And then
But I can't have all cheese all day.
yeah. So I think it's a matter of finding out, yes, like you say, how your body works. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to eliminate things and then reintroduce it. But I think the importance is that there's not a one size fits all. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. And because your chemistry is different to my chemistry, and what works
Right.
for me may not work for you, and vice versa. And there is this difficulty for some people, the challenge of staying with it and figuring out, okay, what is it that works for me?
Hmm.
Last summer I had a time where I suddenly jumped up 4 pounds and I thought, oh my word, what happened? I've been behaving myself. And it turns out that a particular cream that I was buying had carrageenan in it,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I have a sensitivity to it. And it's not all of them. I can have some of that, but this particular cream apparently had a lot of it in it.
Yeah.
So I had to step away from that. And as soon as I did, the weight just went away.
Isn't
So
that amazing? Yeah.
working out what happens for your body. And then there's all of the misinformation out there, and the everybody's got a different keto plan.
Hmm.
And there's the lazy keto and dirty keto and all. It's like, okay, just go back to real food and just eat that.
Right.
Stay there.
Right. Right. And that's what helps me is if I simplify it, if it gets overcomplicated and I must do this and I can't do this, that's why Weight Watchers has worked for me because of my mentality where I'm all or nothing. I can have anything I want at Weight Watchers, but it definitely steers you towards fresh fruit and vegetables because the points are much lower. So you kind of tend to go to that. And so but I know that I could have a pizza and count it at any time I want. Do I have it? Probably not because I know I can have it. But, but once in a while I will. So, but just the fact that when you tell me, no, I can't have it, then I want it. So,
yes.
So that's why Weight Watchers works for me. Now, is there any kind of secret, do you think, of weight loss or managing one's weight? Do you have a secret? If so, we want to know.
I think the key thing you can do is managing your insulin. Because here's the thing. Insulin is a storage hormone. When it's in the mix, it wants to store everything there. So you don't want your insulin to be high. You want to keep it low. So it's like, okay, we're here. We're fine. We don't have to store any of this. There's plenty of food coming. We're good. We're good. We'll just let all of this go by. But if your insulin suddenly goes up to, or your blood sugar suddenly goes up to, 9, it's going to store everything. So do you want pizza around when you're storing everything?
Right.
Yeah. So if you keep that low, then, and part of that is having regular meals, not doing the snacking, cutting off your eating window after a certain time.
Right.
Rather than having the midnight snack, because you're not giving your liver a chance to rest.
Right. I really like what you're saying because that is a good secret. I don't think there's any secret like a pill or anything to take, but knowing that spikes in our insulin can create overeating at times, and it's so bad for us to go high and then low, high and low during the day. And so I would say that is definitely one of the secrets of keeping it off too.
Well, and for people who do keto, one of the things you learn quickly is that carbohydrates make you hungry.
Yeah.
So if I happen to, if I'm at my mother-in-law's and have a big meal and.
Are you there? I'm losing it.
Did you lose me?
Yeah, just for a second.
Okay. Yep. I know that after that, for the next 2 days, I'm going to be a little more hungry, and I've got to pay attention to that.
Right. And that's true. That's true with me too. If I have carbs, then I almost crave them again because my body wants them once it tastes them.
Yes.
But the best sustaining food for me seems to be when my energy goes down is like a piece of protein. That sustains me so well. But I like that idea of carbohydrates that you pointed that out because sometimes when I have some, then I crave it more. So what do you think is more effective, exercise or diet? And then we're going to ask you to tell the audience about your free gift as our time is almost up. But what do you think is more effective, exercise or diet, Renee?
80% nutrition, 20% everything else.
That's exactly my philosophy too. Some people say, well, if you just get to the gym, no, I have to want 80% of it for me, I swear, is my food. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So how can the audience get a hold of you and tell them about your free gift?
The free gift is a video that you can watch if you go to www.packyourownbag.com/friends. And it's a video called The Compass. And that's an exercise where you kind of figure out what your goals are and how to stay on track to meet your goals.
Great. That sounds wonderful. Okay, and out there, if you have any questions, please contact me by heading over to my website at lorrainehoving.com. Here you can sign up for my email list or find out what is happening in my never too late ever world. And Renee, I have one closing question. What is the legacy that you would like to leave behind? How do you want to be remembered by your family and your friends?
I want them to remember that I tried to help them heal their heart.
Oh, heal their heart. Oh, you just melted my heart. That's beautiful. I love it. We're going to end with that because that's so beautiful. Well, Renee, thank you for being my guest the last 2 weeks. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
Right. And remember out there, it is never too late. It's never too late to lose weight. It's never too late to improve your self-worth, to find out what works for you. It is never too late to go after your dreams. I know because that's what's happened to me. That's what's happened to Renee. It's never too late ever. So let's start today. We will see you back here next week.